Hey everyone, welcome to another transformation video. This is the masterpiece MP-57 Skyfire. We're going to go ahead and get it from jet to Gerwalk to robot to back to jet and then kind of to a fourth-ish mode thing I'll explain later. But anyway, yeah. So we'll go ahead and get it transformed. It's actually not as hard as you might think it would be, other than sheer size. But first thing you want to do, just for the sake of safety, just fold these fins down. They're just that way it's easier to grip things. And then here, what you want to do is go ahead and also, if they're out, take the landing gear and fold those away because they're the only reason they're out again, so you can sit properly on the ground. So yeah, you want to go ahead and fold those away. And also, if you have it there, remove the gun. Yeah, so get those folded away. Now, back here at the legs, you want to untab them from the backpack right there. And here you want to go ahead and, well, bring these hip pieces down. Just click those down a bit just to get them out of the way for now. And again, untab and just bring these down. Like so. Now here at the legs, what you want to do is then go ahead and open that up right here and slide that out. And then tab that in right there. Open that up. Slide that out and then tab this in right there. So. Bring out the feet, so, and also extend them out in these sliders. Extend it out on the slider. And also flip out the heel and hopefully it will not catch. Mine is doing right now. There we go. Make sure it's all the way straight. It's sometimes a particular left one will catch, but flip out the heels, and then here at the knees, bend those forward, and then bend forward at the legs, and you'll want. Of course, I just did something weird. Go, yeah. Then the feet here, you want to bend back like that. And, yeah, you can angle these however you want, and you pretty much have, well, Gerwalk mode is ready to go. That's pretty straightforward. Now, well, that's pretty much one of the first steps to going to robot mode. So from there, we'll go ahead and, again, just straighten out these legs. Straighten those out. And straighten out the feet and collapse them back into the legs like that. Now this backpack here. This backpack is you want to slide these forward right there on the wings where the wings are. Panel, you want to slide those forward and then untab the bits where the wings are on like that. Just untab those. Like so. And then and this part here, you want to untab this front pit and untab the cockpit piece, or I guess not cockpit, but blue translucent piece right there, and just get that all done like that. And that right here, you can see the arms right there, right? This is part of the reason you want to keep these forward. So then you can go ahead and take the arms and bring those out. So I'll tend to bring these forward. You want to go ahead and bring this kind of out like this. Then right here, you want to take this piece, and this is on a slider. You want to slide this down, so then these tabs and slots will line up, and you can then bring those in, and well, bring that out and collapse that in. And there's also just kind of leave it like this. Now just kind of leave it down like that, right? Same thing on this side. Bring out the arm. Yeah, uses that, and then use this again. Use the slider. Slide that down. Collapse that in, and just kind of leave that like that for now. Now up here at the nose cone. This is the part where it's can be a little tricky because it's this is the part where people kind of break things. Now, it's actually easier to do than you might think. So right here, this is the tab you got to watch out for. Right there, that's the part you got to watch out for. That can easily break if you don't do it right. Now, the easiest way I found is to bend this forward right here. And then start to bend this part forward on this hinge right here. And that will just kind of let that go. And then you go ahead and bring that back up. And now the tab's undone. Pretty straightforward, actually. You could also at this point go ahead and bring the hips back down right here. And then also slide them inward like that. Up here, what you want to do is bring this down. This should just kind of sit properly like that. Bring this down. Make sure if that door right here goes back, just make sure to push it back forward. And then slide this back right here and it'll click into place. You'll hear that click into place like that. Up here, you want to push this up into the nose cone. And you go ahead and bring this down like that. Just bring it down. This is kind of weird. Okay, so what you got to do here is this will kind of slide in between, and there's this tab right here will go into this slot right there. It can be a little tricky sometimes. For some reason it does not always like to cooperate. It'll get in there, and then you gotta find its home, and there you go. Tab in. It's not like a loud click or anything, but it'll tab in. And this right here, if it doesn't do it already, just push that in like that. There you go. Now right here at the arms or the shoulders, you want to do is take this part right here. You want to pick this and just slide this back like that. And that also lets you, this will expose this tab right here, which you can take this right here, and there's a slot on this, and it's supposed to, and a good chance it'll undo itself. You just push that. You just tab that in. It's supposed to go in, but it's very stubborn, to say the least. Yeah, you tab that in. There's a good chance it'll undo itself anyway, but, well, it's still in most of your butterfly. But anyway, you do that. And this right here, this little weird tab will go over this, or this thing will go over this tab right here. Supposed to, right? There you go. Yeah, tabs right in like that. Same thing on this side. Slide this out, and then here this will. It's supposed to tab in. Actually, did a pretty nice job there. And then this right here will tab into the side. Yeah, that's what I meant. That just undid itself immediately. Put like any pressure on that, go whoop, right out. So again, not the end of the world, but it is a little annoying. There, tab that in right there. And here at the arm, what you want to go ahead and do is not untab that, what you did. Yeah, right here at the arms, you want to go ahead and open this up. Bring the fist out. Rotate it around, like so. Bring it all the way down. Close it back up, and then rotate here the bicep. You can go ahead and straighten the arm out. So, again, same thing. Open this up, bring this out, rotate it around, bring it all the way out, and close it back up and tab that in, and then rotate here the bicep, and that's ready to go. And it's mostly taking shape. Now, backpack stuff. Okay. This is where things get a little tricky for people. Now, here what you want to do is go ahead and fold this down. Make sure you're going to have to kind of pull these apart a little bit just to get it between. And don't fold all the way down. Fold it down so it's a bit of an angle. Because there's a reason for that. Now, here, okay, there's a bunch of mechanisms you're going to have to engage, and it's a very specific order. So you want to slide this assembly up. There's a rail here. You want to slide this all the way up. Make sure it's all the way up. Like so. Right? And this right here, you want to go ahead and take the wings and fold those up, and then bring those in, and then bring that in, and they'll tab back in over here. Tab in up here. Like that. Make sure, again, that's slit all the way up. Same thing on this side. Rotate that up. Fold that in, and then bring this in. Make sure the arm's out of the way. Tab that in again, make sure this is all slid up. Now, this bottom part right here, I want to then slide this up, like so. Again, make sure the whole thing is slid up. And this is part of the reason why this thing you want to make sure is folded correctly, because if it's not, then yeah, you want to make sure that's all the way slid up, and then start sliding this part up, this lower red piece. You can see that's lower, slide that up, and then that will slide up, and make sure to tab it in. It can be a bit, yeah, make sure it's, you know, that's sitting flush. Doesn't like to on sometimes, but yeah, make sure that's all sitting flush. Then you can go ahead and press the thrusters in, like so. And then the whole backpack, you can just go ahead and slide that inward. Tab in at the top, and the bottom sometimes will make a very loud click. Like that. It's kind of scary, but don't worry about it. It's fine. Make sure it's all tabbed together, like so. And this part right here, want to take this on a hinge. You want to fold this down like that, and then feed this through. This is on a spring right here, so you want to feed this through like this. Yep, there you go. Something slightly, I got something on this line, but yeah, feed this through. This kind of came undone. Yeah, feed this through like that, and this right here will tab in the back right here, and then you can go in to fold these back, and there you go. See, the backpack should look like that. That was not fully clicked in. There we go. That will see. You hear that? You can, bottom part is there, clicked in. Make sure it's all squared away. See this right here? Make sure that bottom bit will look like, more or less look like that if it's all fully lined up. This will be just sticking out just a little bit below. And there you go. That is Skyfire in this robot mode. That came undone again when I clicked that. Yeah. It's not too difficult. The backpack might be the most annoying part, but it's honestly mostly just do it in the right order and everything will work out. But that's the robot mode. I guess you could also extend the head on the neck a little bit. Yeah. So going back to jet mode. Push that deck down. Now down here you want to go ahead and, well, undo this part. Again, probably flatten these out as well. Undo this part, and then, of course, bring this back. Then split the thing in half. And also extend these thrusters down. Split in half, like so. So, this lower part, you want to slide down, which can be they can tab in really well. Okay, so you want to untab that on both sides. Again, very stubborn on mine. There we go. Untab that. Make sure those thrusters are fully extended down, and then slide this bottom part down. Like so. Go ahead and open these side bits up, like so. And like so. Gotta untab up here, and then go ahead and slide the whole thing down. Again, make sure to clear this panel right here. Can be difficult. Actually, I'd frankly recommend just kind of bring this up ahead and slide this whole thing down. That the backpack all goes down like that. Then you can go ahead and bring this out and extend these wings out. And these wings are also on double hinges, and also they kind of are weird because there's a kind of a tabbing system there, but it doesn't work super well. So it's always going to droop a little in jet mode. Yeah, bring that out and. Yeah, tab that in. Yeah. And just leave the backpack as is for now. Now. Here. Rotate the bicep. Open that up. Hold hand up. Rotate in, and then close that up, and then close this up. Like that. Again, rotate the bicep, open that up, rotate the hand up, rotate it in, close it up, and then close that up. Untab these side bits right there. So, and then take this and slide that in, that, and slide that in. So, this you'll want to untab, bring this out and untab the nose cone. This will go up and over the head, like that. And this part right here is a little weird because it's a good chance of it actually just kind of getting completely out of alignment. Yeah, this needs to go over top like this. This right here will tab into a thing on this bit right here. It's supposed to look like that. Then on top of that, this right here, bring this down, which could be a bit tricky. Yeah, bring this bit down like that. And then slide this forward. Slide the forward all the way, it'll click into place. And then bring this up. So, and again, you might have to bring this down a little bit so this can kind of rotate into place and make sure that's all sitting properly. It's not sitting properly. There we go. Again. Making sure all that's lined up. There we go. That will clip in. That was all clipped in, and there we go. That's all clipped in. Getting that, all those things could cooperate sometimes. This is the part where the going back to the jet mode can be a little more. This is the most tricky part going back to jet mode, I think, is right here, is getting all that lined up properly. But once you do, it's nice. And also just be careful of that tab. So right here, go ahead and extend these arms out right here, and then slide that right there. Same thing here, extend the arm out, slide that up right there. Now, again, you want to take the hips here and slide those outward, and you're gonna bring those forward a bit again, like that, like so. Right here, you're going to bring these up and like this, and this part's going to rest inside here. Going to have this at an angle. So this is going to be brought up, and make sure it's all lined up properly, and bring this up into the backpack. Make sure again the backpack's in the right spot. And bring that into the backpack. Not slip back all the way. That's probably fine. There we go. Slide in the backpack like that, and just bring that all the way in. Like that. Should look more like that. There should be a little. Should be a gap right there. Make sure of that. And same thing on this side. Make sure to bring this up and bring it into backpack. There, make sure the arms straightened out and everything too. See? That should look like that. Now, backpack itself, make sure it's all still, you know, in the correct position. And then, what you want to do here is bring this down over top. This will tab into place up here, like so. Remember, this part right here will go over top of this part. It's kind of A little tricky. Bring this down over top like this and tab this in. There. These will slide back. Let's just slide back anyway. One of the arms is slightly misalignment. Whoops, doodles. There we go. Come on, tab in. This should slide back like that. And there's a tab right here. Right there, there's a tab right there that'll go into that slot right there and hold that together and like that. I'll click into place. Nice loud click. And again, make sure this one's all tabbed together and slide that back. Tab into place. Like so. Then up here you can take this and bring this down. This is, you have to feed between these two halves, and it's going to tab in this. Tab that in like that, and then this will tab in right there. So you take those and bring those up. And of course, down here at the legs, take the heels and fold those up. So bring the feet back. Like that. Open up these panels. Slide the legs down and bring this panel up over top. Open the panel. Slide that, bring it up over top. Make sure it's still extended outward, and then this will feed in between. Right here, there's a little thing right here will feed in between that gap. Like so, and this will just tab in right there. Like that. And then, same thing, bring it up, slide between that bits of plastic, and this will just tab in right there. And you pretty much have the jet mode, although I'm not going to put down the wheels. But yeah, there's the jet mode. Ready to go. Now, last mode is the weird armed jet mode. Anyway, so for that you want to bring the legs down, just get those out of the way. You don't have to. And then just slide these forward. You have to untab those and slide these forward. So you can bring this up, like so. And untab there and bring those up like that. And the wings are out of alignment, but. Now, go ahead and bring the arms out. You're gonna have to probably bring these out too, so you can get the arms fully out. Like that, and then you bring that back up like that. Bring that down and then bring the arm out. Like that. Bring that back up. Tab that back in. Like so. And bring these back down if you want. Actually, I'll wait to do that part. But yeah. So this right here, this came out. Wow, what the heck happened there? That misaligned. Okay, that came all misaligned for some reason. Yeah. If that didn't come misaligned, this would be a problem. Okay, so this is going to slide up, and this tab right here, that's what I was saying. This tab right here is going to slide and go into that. And you can do the whole thing with the arms, clap, slide that, collapse it all up. Right there. Again, same thing on this side. Slide that up. That should tab in there. This is a little alignment. Those tab in. This tabs in, and of course on this side you get the slide and collapse. Like that. And then right here, once again, open up the panel. Open up that panel. Bring out the fist. Rotate it, bring it out, close it up, rotate the bicep. And same thing on this side. Open up that panel, bring out the fist, halfway, rotate it, bring it out the rest of the way, close that panel up, rotate the bicep. And you can bring this forward and down, and there you go. He's got his, and there's that. And then you, of course, bring these back down, collapse that, and slide that back, and tab it into place. Of course, the legs came undone. I don't do this part very often. Probably tell, but yeah. Tab that back in, back down. Tab that back in, slide this back. Tab that back in. Come on. Tab back in. There we go. Tab that in and tab the leg back in. Go bring those back up if they came undone. And there you go. You got the weird flying... You got the flying armed mode. Yeah, it's a weird thing that happened once in the show, so they had to have it. I mean, yeah, it's a fourth mode, I guess, of sorts. And then undo it all. And you untab that and bring this down. Untab this and bring this down. Like so. Untab that, bring that out. Untab that, bring that out. And then rotate the bicep, straighten out the arms, rotate the bicep. Open that up, bring this in, rotate that, and close that back up, like that. Extend this back out, slide it back up, unclip this. Wonder why it's not sliding back in. Oh, that's why. That's weird. Slide that back in. That came undone, really bad. Anyway, rotate as a bicep. Open that up, rotate this in. Rotate, close, close. Unclip all this. Slide this back up. Unclip this. Slide that back in. Make sure the arms are straightened out, and then bring this back up, like so. Make sure this is lying flat like that. Bring that up, and bring it back into the backpack. I guess here it's a fast pack, but that's a lacrosse thing. Bring that in, like that. And same thing on this side. Bring it up. Make sure this is all sitting correctly. Bring that up, bring it in. Bring that in. Then go ahead and close this back up on both sides. Tab that in. Come on, tab in. Close that up. that's what it was. Okay. Close that up. Close that up. Tab that up. Tab it in. Like that. And then, of course, bring the legs back up. Tab that in. And bring that up. Make sure it's all slid out too. Tab that back in. And there you go. We're back in jet mode. And again, I'm not trying to bother with the landing gear because we're already going longer. But hey, it's back in jet mode. And there you go. Jet. So there you go. It's actually not that complicated. It's more... Actually, this thing's not sitting properly. There we go. There we go. That's better. Got a little misaligned there. But anyway, this thing is not too bad to transform. It's just, you know, it's big, and doing it from behind a camera is a lot more annoying than it would be on, you know, doing it just by yourself. So yeah, it's not that actually not that difficult. It's just a matter of moving things, and there's multiple jumps. Yeah, you can kind of figure that out from there. Not too bad. And there's a couple things to watch out for, namely the backpack going into robot mode can be a little weird, and the right here, the clip right here under the at the front behind the cockpit can be a little scary if you know what you're doing, but it's pretty simple to avoid breakage on that one too. So there you go. Not too bad, and yeah, that's it. So I hope this was helpful in some way, and I hope you see you in the review, because yeah, there's definitely a lot to talk about there.